Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. I'm going to explore an article that was actually published in the New York Times and written by David Brooks, who's an op ed columnist for the New York Times. And he's currently a commentator on PBS NewsHour, NPR's All Things Considered, and NBC's Meet the Press. And I'm going to explore an opinion piece from him where he wrote, and I'll show you this headline on your screen: "This is why we need to spend $4 trillion." Now, you will get the link to this resource in the description section below, so definitely be sure to check it out. But let's explore some important comments here because I believe these are very important issues facing the country, the economy, as well as our money. Now, a lot of people believe we do not need to spend $4 trillion, but it's very clear that David Brooks feels that we do need to spend this kind of money. And let's explore some of his comments, and I'm going to break these comments down for you, and I'm going to ask you for your opinion. Let's start by taking a look at this important comment. There was a time when the phrase "the common man" was a source of pride and a high compliment. Over the past few decades, there's been a redistribution of dignity upward. From Reagan through Romney, the Republicans valorized entrepreneurs, CEOs, and Wall Street. The Democratic Party became dominated by people in the creative class who attended competitive colleges, moved to affluent metro areas, married each other, and ladled advantages onto their kids so they could leap even further ahead. There was a bipartisan embrace of a culture of individualism, which opens up a lot of space for people with resources and social support, but means loneliness and abandonment for people without. And folks, I've talked about this on the Ignition Time channel. I believe that the cycle of poverty is real. On your screen, you'll see the cycle of poverty. In fact, I encourage you to check out my introductory video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. And I encourage you to check out that video because you'll learn how I was able to overcome the cycle of poverty. And so let's continue some of the comments from this important article. 4 years of college became the definition of the good life, which left roughly 2/3 of the country out. And so came the crisis that Biden was elected to address: the poisonous combination of elite insularity and vicious populist resentment. Now, it's very clear that Brooks supports this large package. Let's continue and see what he had to say. The Democratic spending bills are economic packages that serve moral and cultural purposes. They should be measured by their cultural impact, not merely by some wonky analysis. In real, tangible ways, they would redistribute dignity back downward. They would support hundreds of thousands of jobs for home health workers, childcare workers, construction workers, metal workers, supply chain workers. They would ease the indignity millions of parents face having to raise their children in poverty. Look at the list of states that, according to a recent analysis of White House estimates by CNBC, could be among those getting the most money per capita from the infrastructure bill. A lot of these states are places where resentment is actually rampant amongst a lot of voters that are loyal to former President Trump. Alaska, Wyoming, Montana, North and South Dakota. Biden had it exactly right when he told a La Crosse, Wisconsin audience, the jobs that are going to be created here largely is going to be those for blue-collar workers, the majority of whom will not have to have a college degree to have these jobs. Now, I want our viewers and subscribers to comment below and let me know whether you agree or disagree with this comment, with this opinion from David Brooks. Are we seeing a widening gap between the rich and the poor? I believe we are. Is it becoming harder for our viewers and subscribers, for our fellow Americans, to escape the cycle of poverty? Is it becoming harder for them to try and live the American dream? I believe it is. In fact, and again, this is a quote from Brooks, these packages say to the struggling parents and the warehouse workers, I see you. Your work has dignity. You are paving your way. You are at the center of our national vision. This is how you fortify a compelling moral identity, which is what all of us need if we're going to be able to look in the mirror with self-respect. This is a cultural transformation that good policy can sometimes achieve. Statecraft is soulcraft. Now, these measures would not solve our problems, obviously, and again, these are the words of Brooks. In many large Western nations, there are vast tectonic forces concentrating wealth in the affluent metro areas and leaving significant portions of the countryside behind. We don't yet know how to do the sort of regional development that reverses this trend. But we can make it clear that we value people's choices. For years, there was almost an officially approved life. Get a bachelor's degree, move to those places where capital and jobs are congregating, even if it means leaving your community, roots, and extended family. Those were not desired or realistic options for millions of people. In fact, folks, I can tell you for a fact that individuals in travel, leisure, entertainment, and hospitality were disproportionately impacted as a result of this pandemic. I can tell you for a fact that women were more impacted. Women are suffering much more than men as a direct result of the pandemic. I can also tell you for a fact that African American and Hispanic individuals have been impacted more as a result of this pandemic than white individuals and also Asian individuals. The fact is, millions, yes, millions of our fellow Americans have been left out of the American dream, have been sidelined, have been forgotten, and it's time to recognize them. Will this $4 trillion package solve all our problems? Absolutely not. But it'll bring us one step closer to a sense of equality. It'll bring those who've never had a shot at the American dream a chance to have a stable job, a chance to have a real tangible shot at the American dream. Once again, I'm going to quote Brooks from his article. Those were not desired or realistic options for millions of people. These packages, on the other hand, say, we support the choices you have made in the places where you have chosen to live. That fundamental respect is the key scarcity in America right now. Let me know whether you think respect exists for the common man, for the middle class, or do you think we are splintering as a country and separating the haves from the have-nots? Do you believe that the rich live essentially in their own castles while the poor are left to fend for themselves, to wait for stimulus checks, to depend on unemployment benefits, to run into age discrimination, gender discrimination, and racial discrimination? I know the answer to this, and you do too. And that's what the Ignition Time channel is all about. Please click the like button. Please click subscribe. Please enable notifications, because I'll give you an in-depth analysis of all the issues facing our country today in a truthful manner without any of the BS. And I'll always tell you the truth wherever the truth might lead us. Again, please click the like button. Please click subscribe. Please enable notifications. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Please follow me on Twitter. This right here is my Twitter feed. You'll be able to keep up with all the latest news stories on Twitter and follow along with us in real time. Our Twitter handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.